Revive my soul, oh, give me
Acts chapter 5 and verse number 41. Then they went out from the presence of the Sanhedrin, rejoicing that they were counted worthy to be treated shamefully on behalf of the name. In Acts chapter 5, after the apostles were beaten and commanded not to teach in the name of Jesus, their response was remarkable. They didn't leave discouraged or embittered. Instead, they left rejoicing because they had been counted worthy to suffer for the name of Christ. This moment is pivotal for understanding how you and I can reframe what might seem like negative events in life, especially when they come as a result of our faith. One mistake that Western believers sometimes make is that we equate difficult times we face, challenges that all people experience as a result of being human, with the specific sufferings that the early Christians endured for their faith. Many times, the difficulties we encounter are due to our own poor decisions or the common trials that every person, saint or sinner, faces. But the suffering we read about in the New Testament is often directly related to the persecution and opposition believers faced because of their commitment to Jesus. Understanding this helps us reframe the apostles' reaction. They weren't just suffering the common hardships of life. They were suffering specifically for the sake of Christ. They saw it as an honor, and they didn't even feel worthy of experiencing it. They counted it as joy because it meant they were walking in the footsteps of Jesus, suffering for his name as he had suffered. For many of us living in free and open societies, we will never face this kind of suffering the apostles did. We can practice our faith without fear of being beaten or imprisoned for proclaiming Jesus. Yet we can still learn from how they responded to suffering and opposition. Their example teaches us that when we encounter hardship, particularly as a result of our faith, we should view it as an opportunity to become more like Christ rather than something to be avoided. In today's world, it's common for Christians to strive for comfort, to avoid suffering, and to ensure that even our governments are favorable to Christianity. Many will argue that having Christian leaders in power will prevent us from losing anything because of our faith. But the apostles might ask us a different question. Wouldn't you rather suffer for Jesus and be conformed to him, not only in life, but also in death? When we encounter difficulties or challenges, whether related to our faith or not, we should take a page from the apostles' response. We should reframe those experiences, recognizing that they could be God's way of shaping us to be more like his Son, both in the good and the bad.